Will Smith.
My God.
Will Smith said, hey, I'm about it. You want to talk about my wife like that, huh? Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth, he screams, as we hear the entire Oscars community, who is all about love.
Oh, yeah.
All about love. They attack, those people attack a lot of people that are barbarian and, idiots and resorting to violence. We handle this diplomatically and everything like that. Will Smith, Best Actor. Congrats.
Yeah. You did it, Will.
Face of Hollywood. Face of Hollywood.
Yeah.
Front and center right at the stage. Walks right up to Chris Rock after a joke. I die! Now, if you watch that back in slow motion, his feet were not set.
No.
Like in a proper leverage standpoint, which is interesting. A lot of people mention the Ali movie where he did a lot of training. He seemed to have forgotten all of that in the moment because his left foot was still in the air almost as he was smacking. Took it out of his pocket, didn't bring it from the back at all. It was no windmill, no wind up from right here. And Chris Rock, by the way, was, I believe, leaning in to hear what he had to say. Wham, right now, eats that fucking thing. Then turns his head right back and goes, excuse me? Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me. And then he said, I have so many things I could say. I wonder the entanglement word. The entanglement word was probably just sitting right there. What we learned from this, Chris Rock has a fucking great chin. Still got his fastball. Enough to get somebody to get up out of the crowd and smack him. I believe he's going on tour soon. I will go check it out. Was not planning on it, but I will go check it out. Will Smith can't take any jokes anymore, especially whenever his wife, who has put him into a lot of interesting situations. I understand I love love. We all love love. But I believe she has put him into a lot of awkward spots. I think he was laughing at the joke, turn and look at her, and she goes, that's not, remember, I'm alopecia. I have alopecia. That was very rude what he just said. And Will Smith goes, fuck. All right. I got to go do this. So, big winner of this, Chris Rock and his jaw. Big loser of this, Will Smith and his wife. Well, everybody will move forward. The Academy, though, have to make sure everybody knows this. The Academy is thinking about stripping Will Smith of his Best Actor Oscar.
Hate to see that.
That'd be a real shame.
That would be a real shame because I do believe Weinstein has a bunch probably.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of other people that got a lot of Oscars that we've learned a lot about. I'll be interested to see where they draw the line. You know? I'll be interested to see who gets to keep their Oscar and who doesn't. And with all that being said, give Reggie Bush back his fucking
Seriously.
That's right. Just taking that.
All right? Jeez
Same
Louise. Give Reggie his Heisman. I mean, the guy didn't do anything, especially nowadays. It's all modern. But I guess the Academy is probably trying to get out in front of this and say, we can't just have people getting up and smacking people in the mouth.
Physical violence is never the answer, Pat. Will should know better as a role model.
Yeah, just with that being said, sometimes it is, though. I'm not saying last night. I'm not saying last night is at all. And by the way, Will Smith, I think, is like a comedian, kind of.
Oh, yeah.
Is he?
Kind of a comedian.
He didn't get that joke.
Really?
But I think he did get, his wife didn't get the joke.
She definitely
She didn't get the joke, so she kind of doing the whole thing, turned that into a whole situation there.
True.
But to be honest, Chris Rock still got it.
Same thing happened in Troy. The women are always starting wars.
It's not just in Troy, by the way. You can
run down.
love, by the way. It's not women.
Love. You're right. Do you think
started
when he got up out of the seat, he knew what he was going to do, or he discussed it with himself on the walk?
And why didn't he do close hand? Just because it's more violent?
That's assault, bro.
Because of King Richard.
Well, allegedly, Chris Rock is not charging or pressing any charges. But let's assume California is going to, though.
Oh, yeah.
Because California has nothing else to spend their money and time on. Right? I mean, that is something that, if California is anything like the California we know, they're going to try to put him in jail for 20, 30 years. And they are going to spend every dollar that they can find in between the homeless poop on the ground to make sure they get the proper prosecuting attorney to go ahead and do this whole thing.
So it's real? He actually hit him? Is that a real thing?
Dude, yeah, he did. Absolutely.
He didn't make good contact, though.
No, and his feet. Did you
It
hear
was like a movie slap, though. How he slapped him almost looked like a movie deal, the whole presentation of it.
Yeah, and his feet were weird. For somebody that trained boxing, allegedly, right? He forgot all of it in an instant whenever he was going to bat for his his feet were like almost like up in the air, flat almost. Which you would.
Well, it was probably, though, to his credit, there's probably those dress shoes that are very slippery, especially on that stage. So he probably couldn't like pivot very well.
Funny you say that. He had boots on, I believe. He had like some patent leather boots, I think, because I actually checked out his costume that he posted on Instagram. Said we got all dressed up to choose chaos or something like that. Because his walk was a little bit like Carson Wentz as well. They seemed to be a little thicker. I think he was wearing boots. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, his feet were just in a weird. It was just uncomfortable. At what point did you think he decided he was going to smack him too? Because Jada looked at him. You going to let him speak about my
alopecia
like that? Make jokes, and he goes, "Oh shit! All right." So he gets up and he goes over there. He's trying to figure. You think he's like slower walking at some points, like taking shorter strides because he's trying to buy time to figure out what he's going to do. And when did he switch from fist to slap to that kind of hit? And Chris Rock, by the way, just ate that thing, which, you know what I mean?
So people are saying he braced for it.
Like, was he leaning in because he thought Will was going to say something to him?
Yeah, I think.
Because he probably had ears in too, so he probably couldn't hear.
Yeah, Chris was laughing the whole way as he was walking
Oh
up.
yeah.
Yeah, and people saying he braced for it. Remember, when that son of a bitch Austin smacked me, you see something. You know, like a natural human instinct is
flinch.
something is moving.
Basically the same situation we have here.
Essentially.
I mean,
very very similar.
It actually is.
yeah, except for Austin like backed up
Yeah.
and Will turned and ha ha.
Gotcha.
I mean, it's so
Nah, nah,
just
nah.
the whole situation. I still don't know what to believe. I didn't see it live. I mean, the show was amazing. Other than that, we all know that. But I saw it this morning when I got up. I saw everything about it. And I'm like, well, this is great for the Oscars. Gives them a bunch of pub. I think it's going to be great for Chris Rock and his career. Not like he need any help. He will run with this and he will use it and it'll be awesome. I think Will Smith's even going to come out like he's going to be fine.
No, Diddy said they made up at the gold party, dude.
Yeah,
So,
it's going to be fun. It's going to be like a bit they do on SNL eventually or something.
well, probably this weekend.
this
Chris,
weekend.
Chris Rock has a new comedy tour coming. So I believe it's coming to Indianapolis. There's going to be 5 to 8,
Yeah, for sure.
maybe 15
I
to
was
20.
gonna say this could be like a big chunk of that.
Will Smith is probably on the horn with Chris Rock. Like, hey, can't have you be doing 15, 30.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was a bad night. I made him.
Yeah, well, Jada. Well, so if he talks about this a lot, will Jada be mad if Chris Rock has this in his new special?
And
She'll probably have him at the red table
Yeah,
again.
for sure.
That'd be
They
sweet.
got so much. Well, that's an interesting choice, by the way.
What, the red table?
Yeah, just that. I don't know.
Well, she's,
I guess it's a good. People can look up to it and understand that people in very successful positions are going through similar things that they are. I guess is a good thing, but also like I don't know.
You really think people can relate to their entanglements with other people and how they talk about it?
I don't know. Maybe that's what they think though. Like, hey, people need to hear that we go through stuff too.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe that's what they think. For me, I'm just like, and I think it's because Tom Griswold of the Bob and Tom Show told me this one morning when I was on Bob and Tom. Something happened where a story took place, and he wasn't talking to me. He was talking about another guest, and he said, "Hey, the world and people have enough shit. You know, just make them laugh." And that has become something that I've actually thought about, like just bringing more drama to the world. I think is such an aggressive move.